Hell, New York is all a war zone right now. And there's one document that could save everything. And it has its 25th anniversary coming up soon. We're going to talk about that. We have the one and only minister server, world renowned minister server, Temple of Hip Hop. You guys heard of him. So you guys get in tune. We're on live right now. And you know we're on live. We're going to play it safe for social media because social media loves to ban Too Raw for TV. But guess what? You're going to see this right now on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, all of those channels, but not in the next 15 minutes. But for now, it's the social media friendly revolution. And we're going in. So, yeah, it's a social media friendly revolution. We're going in. We're talking to the one and only minister server of the Temple of Hip Hop. You guys definitely big round of applause for that, brother. You guys call in 470-572-7678. Minister server, what's going on, brother? How's everything?
All is well, brother. All is well. How you? Thanks for having me on here.
I'm supreme. I'm supreme. Well, it's been a long time coming because Minister Server, he's definitely been doing his thing out in the community, on front lines in the community all the time. And I always see him, and we always talk. And I'm just always grateful for the wisdom that you bestow upon us, man. Because you have some great stories and some great wisdom. So tell us about Minister Server. How did you become who you are right now?
Well, long time ago, back in the 1900s. um, Now, I'm originally from a little town called Atlantic City, New Jersey. Grew up there. During the '70s. Went to college in Ohio, Wilberforce University. Then after I graduated, moved to Atlanta, and
Hmm.
I was still a part of Nation Time Syndicate, which is the first hip hop collective in Atlanta. And that led me into my what I believe is my divine assignment and my life's work. And I started working with the Temple of Hip Hop in 2003, and I was my last year in ministry school when KRS One hired me to be his spiritual advisor and the international organizer with the Temple of Hip Hop, and that was in 2003. I worked directly with KRS One to about 2006, returned to Atlanta, and been continuing to work. 2007, started doing international hip hop, and from 2007 till now, I've been doing the Trinity International Hip Hop Festival up in Hartford, Connecticut. Helped them start the Temple Hip
Hmm.
Hop chapter at Trinity College in 2006. So, we've been doing international hip hop for a minute now, talking about this document.
Mm. And it matters more now than ever. That's what we're talking about right now. You guys, it's going to be an amazing thing. We're going to talk about it. Plus, tomorrow, you guys, if you're in Atlanta or if you're on the East Coast, time to come out, make that trip out here, because we got, first of all, you got something that's going to pop off tomorrow. We're going to talk about that more with Minister Server. Then this weekend, we have so many events, including Fire in the Booth with Too Raw for TV. We're going to be doing that. Uh, it's going to be an amazing thing this whole weekend. So, Malcolm X Festival is this weekend as well. And then on Tuesday, we have Claim Malcolm X Day, and we're not asking permission to take a day for our progressive leaders on May 19th. We're going to go all in. We're actually going to be going live with the country of Iran, with Tehran, Iran. So we're going to be going live with the Malcolm X Foundation of Iran. It's going to be an amazing thing. And speaking of Iran, this is the social media friendly revolution, and I want to actually play this video. This now, let me give you a warning before I play this video. It's coming out of Iran. Big time shout out to Explosive Media in Iran. This is a crazy video. Been going viral on my page, and this is actually one of my favorite songs out right now. But something happened unexpected in the song. And if you scroll the comments, if you look down the comments, everybody else has had the same experience. But if you watch this song, I challenge you, if you really watch it, if you really listen to it, I challenge you to hold back a tear. For some reason, this strikes a chord, and I don't cry about nothing, but my tears were just coming out, and I'm like, what is happening? But it was happening to everybody on the comment list. It was happening to everybody on the comment list. So this is a powerful, moving, motivating song that talks about the real history of Iran and what's really happening, really happening. Usually I put this on the shadow band section because it's too raw, but go ahead and play that. This is amazing. Nothing But War by Explosive Media. If you could put the volume on our side too.
This is the Storm Americans, they're Camel Riders, and they are going to give these terrorists democracy. Terrorists, terrorists, terrorists.
Sit down.
I can't hear anything.
Keep your eyes on the board. The ink is
Yeah,
red
just told
because
him
the
to
history
put
is
the volume on
bored
our
of your
side.
fairy tales and your plastic freedom stand. Today, we count the scars on a stolen land. Take it back to 53, Operation Ajax. But the coup crushed the roots, covering the fake tracks. Then the Velvet January schemes, ripping at the seams, burning down the dreams, leaving nothing but the screams. Sat around the table, brought the olive branch to you. From the early nuclear talks to the pact you tore into, even down in Muscat. Diplomatic talks were bred, you shook our hands, stabbed our backs, left the treaties dead. Point the finger at us, man, check the creator. Built up ISIS, Al-Qaeda, blame the dictator. Fought the terror in the dirt, let them make it cease. And you assassinate the men who brought the region peace. Targeting Hajj, Qasem, aiming straight at Common A. Think you are the saviors? You're the villains of the day. War crimes are a habit, just a standard routine. Flight 655 blown right out the screen, down to the Gulf of Minab. Innocence is torn apart while you paint your face pure with a blackened heart. Blackened heart, blackened heart, blackened heart.
1, 2, tell us the truth.
You stole the peace and you targeted you.
3, 4, nothing but war.
We don't believe in your lies anymore.
5, 6, the system is bust.
They don't really care about us.
Hand in hand, we stand our
A
ground.
million voices, a single sound. Listen close to the alphabet of the crimes they plan. The ABC of the sanctions on our holy land. A is for the assets, billions stolen from the vault, starving out the innocent and saying it's our fault. B is for the butterfly kids suffering in pain, sanctioning the medicine for political gain. C is for the channels, 200 fake facts, funding propaganda just to cover up your tracks. D is for the humanized, treating us like dirt, labeling us monsters just to justify the hurt. These are bullets with no sound, hitting civilians directly. You choked out the science, the banks bleeding the economy, funded by dollars to keep us divided and trapped in the dark. You build up a wall so truth-seeking Americans miss the mark, cause it was never about rights, never about care, only about the oil and the power in the air. Israel first, grab the land, hold the crown, push the rest of the Middle East deep underground.
1, 2, tell us the truth.
You stole the peace and you targeted youth.
3, 4, nothing but war.
We don't believe in your lies anymore.
5, 6, the system is bust.
They don't really care about us.
Hand in hand, we stand our ground.
A million voices, a single sound. A million voices, a single sound. You call it foreign policy. We call it a crime scene.
Nothing But War. And if you see that video, I'm actually on that video. I'm actually featured on that video on the Man in the Black Mask.
Man.
Right. That's a crazy one. And also they invoked the spirit of Michael Jackson and all that. They had MJ in there to say, we don't care, they don't care about us and all that stuff like that. I was like, wow. That's a powerful thing because you don't see the real history. So big time shout out to Explosive Media for putting that together. They making Grammy Award winning Lego animation. You know what I'm
They
saying?
are,
So
man.
big time shout out.
And they're doing it quickly, man. They turn around like, yo, they on it.
Right. As soon as something happens, they're like, hold on, this is the real story. Let me put this in some Legos. So big time shout out to y'all, man. Hey, we'll see y'all on May 19th Malcolm X Day. We're going to be going in. Oh, let me tell people this before we get off the social media side too. Boom. Big time shout out to Basari Press in Iran. Big time shout out to Basari Press in Iran. They let's see if you guys see this book. The Firmest Handle. This is a book about different martyrs. They have Malcolm X right here, and then you see on the back they talk about Malcolm X's son, or about Malcolm X's grandson. I'm sorry. And so, I actually got two of these books by Basari Press. Big time shout out to Basari Press in Iran. They sent me this book. So I got two of these books. I'm going to give one of them away on Claim Malcolm X Day with one of our contests. So you guys pull up May 19th. We're going to be at 1111 Sports Bar and Grill. That's in Ellenwood. That's off of Anvil Block Road. So make your way. If you're already going to be in Atlanta, Florida, Malcolm X Fest, pull up. Stay till Tuesday. Take that day off of work, school, wear black, and come on and join us on May 19th because we're not asking permission to claim Malcolm X Day. Now, before we go into off of the social media and on the T-Raw for TV exclusively, I want you to really tell people what the Hip Hop Declaration is all about, Minister Server.
The Hip Hop Declaration piece is really designed, it's for advice, guidance, and protection for hip hop culture. It's there. For years you've heard us say rap is something you do, hip hop is something you live. Well, this Declaration of Peace gives us these 18 principles and to live a positive, productive, progressive hip hop lifestyle. So it's really there. As I tell people, it's not a law, it's not a mandate, it's not a commandment. It's there as voluntary advice, guides, and protection for hip hop culture. There was a time when we used to talk about building a hip hop nation and things like that. This was created around that same time when those ideas were a bit stronger than they may be right now for some people. But it's guidelines. As I tell people, for me, it's helped me in my personal life as well as helped me raise my children because it gives you a base guideline, and because we are creating what hip hop culture is. We're according to the United Nations, we're the youngest culture on the planet. According to us, we're only 53 years old. This summer will be 53 years of hip hop. Now, of course, we know the elements of things we're doing in hip hop. There's nothing new. It's simply what we're calling it now. But in the spirit of Kujichagulia, self-determination, this document gives us a chance to create ourselves in the way that we see ourselves. The ancient wisdom tells us where there was no vision, the people perish. Well, this Hip Hop Declaration of Peace, that's our vision of the way we want hip hop to look. So within those 18 principles, it's a broad document that covers a number of different things. And it's for hip hop as again, advice, guidance, and protection.
So let me read it. Let me read the opening. This Hip Hop Declaration of Peace guides hip hop culture towards freedom from violence and establishes advice and protection for the existence and development of the international hip hop community. Through the principles of this Hip Hop Declaration of Peace, we, hip hop culture, establish a foundation of health, love, awareness, wealth, peace, and prosperity for ourselves, our children, and their children's children forever. For the
And ever and
clarification of
ever
hip hop.
and ever.
What's that?
I said forever and ever and ever and ever.
Yes. For the clarification of hip hop's meaning and purpose, or when the intention of hip hop is questioned, or when disputes between parties arise concerning hip hoppers shall have access to the advice of this document, the Hip Hop Declaration of Peace, as guidance, advice, and protection. And we're about to get into it. You guys call in 470-572-7678. We're going in with the one and only legendary, world-renowned Minister Server. You guys get in tune with that. Oh, and Friday, tell them real quick before we get off on social media what's going on Friday, Minister Server.
Friday from 12 to 2 p.m. we're having a press conference. City of Atlanta is doing a proclamation to acknowledge the 25th anniversary of the Hip Hop Declaration of Peace at the Connect Cooperative on Ralph David Abernathy's actual address. If you check out my social media, it's from 12 noon to 2 p.m. So everybody who considers themselves a part of the Atlanta hip hop community, we invite you to come out, be a part of it. Because, again, that's, to me, one of the beautiful things about Atlanta is that we have such a diverse hip hop community, different, many lanes, many expressions, and yet all of us are using it to not only better ourselves, but better our communities and better our people as well. So definitely come through. Big up to Kiyomi and the crew at the Connect Cooperative or Rob David Abernathy. Definitely come through from 12 noon to 2 p.m. tomorrow, May 15th, 2026.
No doubt. It's going to be a Ralph David Abernathy, y'all. We're going to give you the exact address, but you got to come to 2 Raw for TV. Go to 2rawfortv.tv. You get the app on your Apple Store, 2 Raw for TV, and join us. You guys come out to the press conference. It's going to be an amazing thing. You got that address, Minister Server?
Yeah, I'm putting it up right now.
But I'm going to be there. We're all going to be out there,
Yeah,
man. It's
man.
going to be amazing.
And again, man, the one thing that we want to make sure that people know, the one thing that we want to make sure that people know, a number of times, when we talk about hip hop, people want to try to confine it to rap music or to a musical genre.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only, those are conversations that just started recently. That we know that hip hop has always been beyond entertainment. Okay, here it is right here. Okay, it's 1492 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, Southwest Atlanta,
All right.
30310.
All right.
1492 Ralph
1492. You
David
guys
Abernathy.
are, hey, that should be a powerful year for you guys too. If you know about something, it's 1492. That's a real powerful year.
Right.
Say, but guess where
That's
you're
when
not going to see this
that's when they
anymore.
told the
You're not
lie
going to see
about
this.
Columbus.
Right, right. But guess where you're not going to see this? You're not going to see this on Facebook. You're not going to see this on Instagram. You're not going to see this on Twitch. You're not going to see this on Twitter. You're not going to see this on none of these because guess what? Because the revolution will not be televised. It's too raw for TV. Join us.
Too raw.
Shadow banned. The revolution will not be televised. It's too raw for TV.
All right, no doubt. Now we're in the shadow band section. And I want to ask Minister Server, how did this whole hip hop Declaration of Peace come about? How did that happen? I know there's a story behind that.